everyone, welcome back. I have another skincare reaction video for you, and today we're taking a look at Kristen Bell's guide to anti-redness skincare and makeup. This is on Vogue, so she does get into her makeup part of this video, but I usually only take a look at the skincare routine and then maybe sometimes like into the beginning of the makeup routine if it pertains to skincare, but otherwise, it's about the skincare. If you're new to my channel, my name is Susan Yara. I have been in the beauty industry for 2 decades. I started off as a beauty editor. I now have my own skincare line, and I love to talk about skincare and beauty on this YouTube channel. If that sounds good to you, make sure you subscribe to the channel and give this video a big thumbs up. All right, so Kristen Bell, I feel like she's really like America's sweetheart. And even though she does give off this like youthful vibe, she is 41. So she is a very mature woman, just like me. We're pretty close in age. I'm 40, she's 41. And I feel like she just looks amazing. All that said, a reminder that these skincare reaction videos are meant to be fun. They're meant to be entertainment first. They are a little bit of education, and it opens up a conversation around skincare and what we might be doing with our own products and our own routines. And another note, she does have her own skincare line. It is a CBD line, so I'm assuming we're gonna see some of those products too.
Hi, I'm Kristen Bell, and today I'm going to show you my everyday skincare routine and also my everyday makeup look. I'm starting having just gotten off work, so I'm wearing quite a bit of makeup. When I get off work, if it's midday, I'll take all of it off. I take my eye makeup off with Happy Dance coconut oil. It's just coconut oil and CBD, and it's so incredibly moisturizing. I use a little reusable makeup taker offer. My skin is pretty sensitive, and if I were to sleep in makeup, I would look like a zombie in the morning. It would not be good. So I have to make sure that when I'm done wearing it, I'm cleansing my face properly and making sure that I'm treating it well and moisturizing it properly. Otherwise, it just gets angry and red and it's awful. And now I've got all the color off, and I am absolutely...
So it's been a while since we've seen somebody pull out a pure coconut oil jar and say that they use it to remove their makeup. This product is from her brand Happy Dance. So it's a combination of pure coconut oil with CBD, or in this case it says hemp extract in it. Is it a bad product? It's not terrible. There are worse things like makeup wipes or just not washing your face at all. Will it remove your makeup or break it down? It does. It does serve that purpose. Sometimes it's a little bit harder to rinse it off. It can leave a little bit of a layer. The way that she's using it is a little bit different though. It's a little old school actually. It kind of reminds me of like, you know, like taking a petrolatum or like cold cream and putting it on your face and then, you know, wiping it away. It's like the OGs of the makeup wipes, but better, you know? She went ahead and used like a microfiber kind of pad to remove it. So she would put it on her skin and then wipe it away. It definitely works to break down your makeup. Is there a better way to do it? Is there a more gentle way to do it? Are there better cleansing balms or oils? There are. But is this completely terrible? No, it's serving the purpose. And honestly, as long as she's gonna go in now with a regular cleanser, it's probably gonna be fine.
I am absolutely addicted to the Clarisonic. So I have my trusty old one from years
R.I.P. Clarisonic.
ago, and I've been obviously scouring eBay to make sure that I still have one since they don't make them anymore. So I get a tiny bit of exfoliation every day with my Clarisonic. And I use a cleanser from Instytutum called Transformative Melting Cleanser. It goes from kind of an oil to a gel feel. It's like this, and I'll use about this much. And I just give it a really nice once over, and this is where it starts to bubble. I've actually traveled like on a press tour to New York and forgotten my Clarisonic and panicked on the plane. And then the second I get off the plane, I like have to stop at a beauty store to pick up a Clarisonic. I mean, this was years ago, but I literally can't live without it. I still do.
So what's funny is she's actually using a cleansing balm slash cleansing oil with that Instytutum product. If you look at, you know, like the purpose that both that product and the coconut oil are serving, they're really serving the same purpose. It's just a little bit of a different texture. This is a gel to oil cleanser, and as you work it, it turns more and more into an oily kind of consistency to then use it to break everything up and remove your makeup. You know, it's interesting to see her use the Clarisonic to do that. And one thing I want to point out, if you look back at the Clarisonic when she was holding it up, that thing was disgusting. She uses it to remove all of her makeup. So in that case, you have to make sure you're being really diligent about changing out that Clarisonic head, that cleansing brush head, because that is collecting a lot of gross bacteria. So even though you're using it to cleanse your skin, you don't want to reintroduce lots of gross bacteria back to your skin while you're using it. So that's just something I would keep in mind. You know, the thing with the Clarisonic, it maybe got a little demonized too hard, and I think it's because people were just overusing it and being too rough with it. But it did kind of create this pathway for the newer cleansing brushes that are out today, like the silicone brushes that are more gentle. They're made of silicone, so they're easier to clean, and they're really just vibrating. So they're helping to loosen up everything that might be stuck in your pores. Whereas this was vibrating everything out and then whisking it away, you know, with like these bristles. And the bristles could be a little bit rough for your skin. And I also think it has a lot to do with how rough a person is being. She's using it with essentially an oil. So I imagine that would make it much more gentle on the skin. She obviously sees a big difference with it too, because it's also giving you a form of exfoliation. So if she's using it daily, her skin is getting exfoliated in that way. So overall, she's doing the right thing. She's cleansing her skin really well. The benefit of these types of gel to oil cleansers is that they leave your skin feeling really hydrated and clean afterwards. I actually think it's great to use them. I have one in my brand. It's great to use them as a morning cleanse if you want to cleanse your skin in the morning, but you don't want to strip it. They're very nourishing for the skin once you get a feel for it. It's a little bit newer in technology, and it's one of those things where you have to get used to it. But I would say she really only needed that cleanser that she just used to get all of her eye makeup off and everything. It would have worked perfectly fine. Obviously not Clarisonic over her eyes, so that wouldn't have worked. But now as long as she goes in with a regular cleanser, she will be solid. She will have done a double cleanse.
Get breakouts. We got a little frenemy right there. You know, I'm 41, but my skin isn't afraid to break out. I will use like 4 drops of the active.
All right, so she's talking about some of the breakouts that she gets and stuff. This could be, again, a culprit of wearing a lot of makeup and just not properly cleansing it off, because she's using that Clarisonic head that is actually really dirty, and then she's not going in with another cleanse after. The oil cleanser like breaks everything up. So that's just maybe. It's a maybe. It's speculation. Who knows?
Active serum from IS Clinical, which I really, really love. I don't know, 4, 5 drops in your hands. And it really kind of feels like, if anyone remembers high school from the mid-90s when you used Sea Breeze on your face and you kind of smelled like antiseptic, but it was the only thing that kept the pimples away. That's what it feels like. It's really light. It's just like a water. And after that, normally I have...
It's funny to hear someone describe that product as similar to Sea Breeze, because it's nothing like... I think what she's referring to is that it's just a light, almost like toner type of texture, so it just feels really light on the skin. And it could have like an antiseptic type of feel. It does have a little bit of alcohol in it. It has menthol in it, which we don't love for the skin, but not terrible. This is a great product. People love it. The thing that makes this product great for her skin is that it has the willow bark extract in it, which is a BHA. It's a really gentle BHA. A lot of people associate it with exfoliation, but in this sense, I almost think it's better to think of it as more of like an anti-inflammatory ingredient. So somebody that is dealing with any redness, as she's, going to probably talk about, as the title says, it's an anti-redness routine, this would probably be a great product. But let's back it up a little bit. If she does tell us that she's dealing with redness in her skin, there might be some concern with the alcohol that is in this product. I'm sure it's been formulated well to be soothing and hydrating to the skin. It is definitely an interesting choice, though, for someone who says that they might be dealing with some kind of sensitivity or something, which I'm assuming we're gonna find out in just a second. That said, do I think alcohol is a terrible ingredient to have in your skincare routine or in your skincare products? No, it is all about formulation. But there are definitely specific situations where you might want to reconsider it, and this might be one of those. It's a strong might, because I don't know her skin, I'm not her dermatologist, and that's where it's all just speculation.
I have quite a bit of redness, and I correct it with the SkinCeuticals Phyto corrector gel. I use, I guess, about that much. Well, that was kind of a lot. It neutralizes the redness as it digests into your skin. My husband pretends like he doesn't care.
Digests into your skin, absorbs into your skin. digests. That's an interesting way to think about your products working on your skin. You know, looking at the ingredients and everything, I haven't tried this product, so I don't know. I'm really assuming this was suggested to her by like an esthetician or something, but you know, looking at the ingredients, I think we can do better. We just know so much more nowadays. I mean, you hear me talk about niacinamide so much, and I realize it gets very annoying, but there's a reason for it. It really has earned all of the love and respect that it gets from the skincare community, and that is because it is great for soothing your skin and supporting your skin barrier. And when you have redness like this, I mean, it's a great ingredient to have in your skincare routine. This product is a little old school to me. In some ways, this one, you know, feels like they almost like are relying on ingredients that aren't really proven to do anything. You know, like a lot of the time when you see a product like this, you know, where they're like, oh, there are all these plant extracts that are meant to soothe your skin, you at least see like one powerhouse ingredient in there, like niacinamide, and then they throw in these other ingredients like mulberry and cucumber and all of that stuff. Those might be soothing to the skin, but they're not the powerhouse ingredients that are really going to make an impact. Azelaic acid, you hear me talk about this all the time. It is an amazing ingredient for anybody that's dealing with this redness in their skin. It's an ingredient that dermatologists prescribe to their patients at very high levels a lot of the time because it's just so good for this redness, especially for people that have sensitive skin or rosacea. So there are just so many other ingredients out there that I think could do more. You know, a product that would have been great for her that's actually very affordable too is by Cetaphil. It's their anti-redness cream. It has licorice root in it and some other really nice soothing ingredients. I almost think that might be more effective than this product.
About skincare at all, but he is all up in my cabinet. He uses everything I use, and he likes will secretly watch what I'm using and then steal it. And I'll think it's the kids, but I'll find it in his medicine cabinet. So usually I buy duplicates of everything because I know he's just gonna get his hand on it. I love this Dr.
My husband for a second was doing stuff like that where he'd like pay attention to what it is I'm using. So I eventually got him his own skincare routine. It's a very straightforward, simple one. I think it's really great for him and he has stuck to it. So, you know, I think men, they just kind of rely on us sometimes to get those products. So I think it's always great to just, you know, get them the products that they need. Why not? I think everybody should have amazing skin and the products that lead to it.
Sturm eye cream. It's really, really light and it's sort of like feels a little bit more like a gel. And sometimes the little trick is the skin under your eye, the skin on your neck, and the skin on your lips is thinner than the rest of your body, which is why it needs a different cream. So if I've got any excess, boom, it's a lip balm. When you're focused on skincare,
it doesn't need a separate cream. We all know that. I have talked about that several times. If you enjoy an eye cream, if you see a difference, then by all means, definitely use an eye cream. And that is a great trick to use it, you know, not just around your eyes, but around your lips, right? It is definitely thinner skin. And what that really means is that it might show the signs of aging a little bit quicker. It might get drier easier in that area. So these are all just things that you want to consider. Do you need a separate eye cream for that? Absolutely not. When you are choosing an eye cream, I personally love to use an eye cream in the morning if it is, you know, underneath my makeup, for instance, and I want it to really look smooth. It's great for that. You know, eye creams are moisturizers. That's what they are. If you put an active ingredient in it that you want to put around your eyes, that might make it really beneficial and a reason to get an eye cream. I do love that eye creams, when they're formulated, they tend to have like different film formers and stuff that might make it great underneath makeup. So I choose to use an eye cream underneath makeup. I also have several eye creams at home. I always have eye cream, so I love to use eye cream underneath my makeup. Do you need a separate one though? No, you definitely don't. And looking at this eye cream, it really is just like a bona fide moisturizer in a jar for $140, which you don't have to spend for a really nice eye cream either. So, you know, these are all just things to keep in mind. If you like it, again, enjoy, love it. It might be great, but it's always just something to know.
I think people miss the steps that affect the skin so much, which is like your mental health or your stress. And if I'm stressed, my eczema is flaring or I will break out. It's so linked. So I feel like it has to be integrated. So I definitely also, for my skin, make sure that I have 8 or 9, I'm greedy, hours of sleep a night, which is hard. It's really hard to maintain, but it's what makes my body and my skin and my overall wellness feel the best. And also,
I mean, no lies detected. I think that sleep really plays a big part in our health, our mental wellness, all of it. It really does play a big part in how you just look, and not just necessarily your skin specifically, but just how you are functioning and how you look and how you present, right? So no doubt about that.
Hydration. I'm drinking water throughout the day, and if I don't feel like drinking water, I'm just drinking something that I can get through. And the other great thing that I find is calming to my skin is meditation, believe it or not. Because it's calming to my mind, it's not something I do every day. I try desperately, but I give myself forgiveness when I can't. But if I can find 10 minutes once or even twice a week, my whole body, my digestion, my skin, my attitude, it's all calmer. I studied transcendental meditation. You take a class, they teach you how to do it, and then you go off into the world and use it whenever you need to. And it is an incredibly helpful tool to regulate yourself. I created a line called,
all of those things, again, your wellness, it all plays a big part. Whatever it is that makes you feel better will absolutely help you, just in general. So whatever it is, it all is very personal.
Happy Dance, and I think I might have created the perfect moisturizer. It's my absolute favorite. It's got CBD, 150 milligrams for the whole pot. It also has a base of avocado oil. The omega oils are really good for your skin. Okay, life wouldn't be life without
All right, so there you go. So she's using a moisturizer from her brand. It does have CBD in it. That's an interesting ingredient. I'm not like 100% in for CBD. It has been around for a while. The trend I thought was going to maybe slow down a little bit because it'd been around for a bit, but I feel like it's just getting even bigger. CBD is known to be anti-inflammatory. The studies are still, still working. We're still getting there, but it does show that. So there could be some benefit for her as somebody that has a little bit of redness in her skin. It also has some other really great ingredients. There's squalane. I love stearic acid, which is in this. I think it's like an ingredient that people with acne tend to steer away from, but I think it just makes a moisturizer feel so luxurious. Glycerin. There are just so many wonderful hydrating and moisturizing ingredients in this. I have not tried this moisturizer, but I have no doubt that this is probably a really nice moisturizer. CBD, at the very least, is very hydrating to the skin and very nourishing for the skin. So I have no doubt that this is probably a really nice moisturizer.
SPF. So I use the Bello Mineral Sunscreen SPF. I love the way it smells. Since it's midday, I'm obviously still gonna put SPF on. I certainly wish that I had worn SPF a lot more when I was younger. I didn't do a bad job of it, but as you're older and turning 41 and you're looking at the brown spots on your skin, you're like, dang, I should have worn a hat my whole life. Daytime look, every day.
I feel seen by Kristen Bell. This is exactly how I feel. She's talking about like dark spots and stuff. It's hard to look at someone's skin and be like, oh, this is what they're dealing with. But now she's mentioning her dark spots. I wish we would have seen more ingredients in this routine that were really there to help with the redness and with dark marks, because we can definitely do a lot more for it nowadays, especially there's so many more products on the market. But agreed. Sunscreen is everything to your skincare routine. And as you get older, you start to see the signs of aging that have been accumulating since you were younger. And this is where it comes together and you look at your skin and you think, I could have done better. I should have taken care of myself. And I don't know why we're so carefree about it when we're younger. We really do think that, we'll take care of it when we get there. And I'll tell you, I'm here and I hate that I have to work so hard to backtrack on what it was that I did to my skin. So sunscreen, absolutely. This is the best part of her skincare routine, is that she is talking about her sunscreen and how she wishes she would have worn a hat every day, all day, every day. Hat, sunscreen, and you are good. As far as the sunscreen goes, this is also from a brand that she owns. I have never tried it. It's more of a kid's brand. It looked like it went on nice and smooth on her skin, but I haven't tried it. It is an SPF 55 though, and it is mineral, so it should give the proper amount of protection. It's a great amount of protection actually for her skin, so it looks good. I just haven't tried it.
Daytime, I use a tinted moisturizer, and I use 2 squirts because it's really, really light. Then if there's any place I need a little extra coverage, I use a CC cream, which also, this is gonna shock you, has SPF. It has SPF 50. And since I have so much redness, I will just do the lightest coat on sort of my T-zone. I used to wear a lot more makeup than I do now. I used to feel like I was so concerned with like forward-facing, presentational, how I look. And I think in my 30s and 40s, I realized it really is more about health and how I feel. And that's kind of what I'm coming to terms with my skin, is I want my skin to feel healthy at all times.
I didn't even realize we were getting into the makeup, but I'm actually really glad to see this. So she's actually using 2 tinted moisturizers that have SPF, which I think is great. I do it all the time. I personally like to use a tinted moisturizer on top of my actual sunscreen because of several reasons. One, I always let my sunscreen dry down because you want it to create this shield. But people ask this all the time. Well, you know, if sunscreen's supposed to be the last step in your skincare routine, then what's the difference when you start putting makeup on? You have to still be really careful. So the reason why I like a tinted moisturizer as much as possible that has some sunscreen in it is that it's just kind of giving me backup, right? Like if I am disturbing that layer, at least I know where I'm putting that makeup. I am putting more sunscreen. So I think it's a great makeup option if you are really concerned with your skin. Both of these products are great. The Saie one is really sheer, and then she went in with the It Cosmetics, and that one is not sheer. So I actually really like the way that she's using them. It's almost like she's using the It Cosmetics one more like a concealer, and she's just using it in places where she needs a little bit more coverage. The other reason why I love tinted moisturizer is because it gives you a beautiful glow to your skin. It makes your skin look like you're not covered with makeup. It just makes your skin look like it's healthy. And if people walk up to you, they think you just have the most amazing skin. As far as what she's saying though, you know, in my 20s and in my teens and stuff, I used to always rely on makeup to present myself. And as I have gotten older, I really have realized, I mean, you've seen this journey. I've really focused on skincare for the past like 5-6 years now. I had this realization that skincare matters so much more. How your skin looks and being happy with your skin and taking care of it and your wellness, that matters so much more. You can put makeup onto really great skin and it just looks like great makeup. You don't have to try as hard when you have great skin because it is the perfect base for your makeup. Good skin is what starts it all. So I'm not gonna go any further with her makeup routine because like I said in the beginning, this is more about her skincare routine. You know, this was an interesting skincare routine. I felt like this was her real skincare routine. Sometimes we watch these videos and we look at the skincare products and we're like, is that really what you do at night? Sometimes I don't believe it. This one I believe it, that this is her skincare routine actually. A couple of notes, I wish she would have washed her face with a regular cleanser after she used the Clarisonic. I think she'd see more positive changes with her skin and maybe even less breakouts that she was talking about if she washed her skin with a second cleanse. Not with another oil cleanser, but with more of like a water-based cleanser, like a gel cleanser or cream cleanser. She might really see more benefit because really when you have all that makeup on and you're using an oil cleanser, it's really just breaking everything up. And then you wanna use the next cleanse, that's why it's a double cleanse, to get all of that off, to rinse all of it away. The other thing is I just think that she could have better ingredients in her skincare routine for the issues that she's talking about. For the redness, for the dark spots, there are so many great ingredients like I talked about and so many other products, even from SkinCeuticals and Is Clinical, that I think would be better fit for her skin and the things that she's talking about, the issues that she's talking about. That said, the products that she used, are they terrible? No, I just think that there's better. I think that Kristen Bell deserves better. But other than that, I'm so happy to see that she's using her sunscreen. I love that she talked about how she wished that she would have done that. And I love that she's ending her skincare routine on kind of that note of how she really thinks that her skin health is so much more important now than it is about makeup, because it's true. And especially as you get older, and especially as you become a mom and you're busy and you look at your skin after you've started aging a little bit, you look at it and you go, I wish I would have taken care of my skin a little bit better when I was younger. And I think that's always kind of the takeaway. I do these videos because I want you to know, if you're younger than me especially, you can do a lot to take care of your skin now to stop you from dealing with all these issues when you're my age. So anyway, that was Kristen Bell. If you have any questions or anything to add to this conversation, leave it in the comments below. You can find me on Instagram. I'm at Susan Yara, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.